Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the screen reading of The Ways of the Saints, written by Ms. Felicia Kelly Brookins.
Patsy slightly smiles. As she reaches the bottom of the stairs, the ambulance pulls off the Kenny. The sirens are blaring. Her grandmother Ruth and her Aunt Eva come running.
Patsy? Patsy, what the hell is going on over here? Where your mama in handcuffs? She shot Daddy. Say what? She shot Kenny? Why would she do that? Eva, come over here and get Josie while I talk to her sister. Is he still alive?
Patsy's Aunt Eva comes up and gently takes Josie out of her arms.
He was when they rolled him out there on the stretcher. The ambulance just left with him.
I knew one day your oldest daughter's crazy ways was gonna show through that damn church usher uniform to show the whole world who she really was. Eva walks off with Josie in her arms.
Now, Patsy, you take it real slow with this one because I'm confused right now. Why would your mama do such a thing? Other than I know she crazy as a squirrel, what would make her hurt your daddy like this?
Brother Ryan.
Mama Ruth looks at Patsy with a confused look on her face.
Brother Ryan? The deacon over at the church? What he got to do with this?
Patsy, keep your mouth shut about my damn business. You hear me? Go find Ann and y'all go back inside until I get back. Go on now.
Mama Ruth turns around to Sister Nadine and walks over to her.
Don't look like to me you got no room to be giving no orders around here, Nadine. But since you got so much to say, why don't you tell me why you shot my son-in-law?
Sister Nadine stands in front of the back door of the police car and looks straight ahead, not answering her mother.
Girl, you hear me talking to you. Don't you stand up here with your nose in the air wearing handcuffs. You answer me when I talk to you.
Mama Ruth snatches Nadine by her arm. Police officer comes up to her.
Ma'am, don't touch the prisoner.
He opens the back door of the police car and puts Sister Nadine inside. Mama Ruth yells at him.
Prisoner? She ain't no prisoner. She just a fake-ass church usher wearing that uniform. Round here acting like she's so holy in church, but at home she raising hell and packing bullets.
Police officer goes to the front of his car and gets inside.
You probably better get on over to the hospital and check on your son-in-law. I need to take her downtown to get clarity on what happened here tonight.
He pulls off in the patrol car. Police officer and other car pulls off behind him, with Brother Ryan looking out the backseat window. Mama Ruth turns to Patsy.
Sweet baby Jesus in the manger. I can't believe this has happened. Go get Ann so we can get on over to the hospital and see about Kenny. You can fill me in the rest of it later in the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Patsy walks off looking around for Ann. Eva walks up with Josie. Mama, I told you a long time ago. That girl around here playing church every Sunday with her white dress and her white gloves like she pure as the goddamn driven snow. I bet Pastor Craig gonna learn today about who he got working at that front door.
Eva, hush your mouth. My nerves is bad right now. Holy Spirit, activate, activate, activate. Now you go help Patsy get herself together, get her sister so we can get her over to the hospital.
Police station interrogation room, night. Brother Ryan is sitting in a chair checking his phone for the time. Detectives come in and sit at the desk in front of him.
Hey there, Deacon. Heard you had a little trouble while you was out performing house calls. Is that the ministry at the church? I don't find any humor in any of this. I told you on the way over here that I've got a family to get home to, so why are you keeping me here? I haven't done anything wrong.
Detective 2 gets up out of his chair and waves his pen at Brother Ryan.
See, Deacon, that's where we have a difference of opinion. See, I believe you didn't do anything criminal, but you just might have done something sinful.
Both detectives burst out laughing.
Man, Vincent, well, you got some kind of humor. You killed me. Well, maybe we don't need to, maybe that's not the right choice of words, seeing as how we got this little situation on our hands between the deacon, the church usher, and her husband.
Charlie, you're right. We need to be more compassionate. Ain't that what y'all Christians practice, Deacon? Compassion?
Well, yes, sir, we do.
Detective 1 walks up to Brother Ryan and leans over to his face.
That's what you call what you was doing over at the church of his house a few hours ago? I hear her poor husband is fighting for his life. Tell us why that is, Brother Ryan. Can you do that?
Brother Ryan puts his cell phone in his coat pocket.
I told y'all both already. I was over there comforting her, and her husband got the wrong idea. He came in and was like a raging bull, and he attacked me. You see my face? He would have killed me if she hadn't pulled the trigger.
So, you saying this good Christian woman shot her husband to save you? Talk about loving your brother.
She was just looking out for me. He was insane. Somebody had to stop it. He was insanely jealous.
Detective 2 walks over to Brother Ryan and leans down in his face.
Is it common practice for deacons in the church to visit married women and pray for them in their bedroom?
Brother Ryan jumps up.
What? Where'd you get that from? You two trying to cause a scandal or something? Sister Nadine is a good Christian woman.
Detective 1 pushes him back down into his chair.
Well, we had a little conversation with the neighbor, Miss Wilson, and she says her husband caught you at the house a few weeks ago and threatened you outside for the whole neighborhood to see. She say he told you what he would do to you if he caught you there again.
Guess you decided to call his bluff, huh, Deacon? Just couldn't stay away from them prayer sheets.
Detective 2 elbows Detective 1 and they both laugh.
You know what else that neighbor told us? She said the daughter, the middle one, what's her name? Ann. She said Ann came running over to her house after it happened, screaming that her daddy caught you in the bedroom kissing her mama, and that when he started dragging, he started dragging you around all over the room.
Brother Ryan nervously adjusts his tie.
Ann is mistaken. She's just a child. She's a little shook and she got her facts wrong. That's not what happened at all. She told me and Vincent that he was dog walking you till that pretty little wife pulled out that gun and popped it. She usually carried guns in the pocket of her usher dress. He attacked me, yes, but it wasn't because I was being inappropriate. It was just a little misunderstanding. We could have straightened all of it out if he had just given me a chance.
Well, Deacon, old Charlie here and me believe it was already some things straightened out in that house. If you get what we're saying, and her husband walked in on the both of you.
Brother Ryan gets frustrated and hits his hands on his lap.
I told both of you I didn't do anything. He's just a jealous man. Look, can I leave? I need to get home to my wife and kids and clear this mess up. I'm sure it's all over town by now.
Detective 2 hits him on the back.
If you had told us the entire truth a few hours ago, you'd probably already be home. But until you do, we got to hold you as a suspect. Now, you sit right here while we go down the hall and talk to your church member.
The detectives walk out of the room. Police station, Sister Nadine, interrogation room, summer night. The detectives walk in. Sister Nadine is praying with her hands together, silently whispering to herself with eyes closed.
Prayer seems to be a big thing with you Christians, I see.
Sister Nadine looks up at the detective and frowns.
There is power in prayer, sir. I am a praying woman.
Were you praying that your husband live or die? Or maybe you were praying your little prayer partner down the hall kept his mouth shut.
Charlie, you being a little rough on her, don't you think? I mean, she is a woman of God, and we don't want to offend. We just want the truth.
Yeah, the truth. It's important to y'all, isn't it? What's that saying? Oh yeah, the truth will set you free.
Detective lifts up his hands in the air and smiles at Sister Nadine.
That's right. And it will. You just wait and see.
Then tell us why your husband's in the hospital right now with a bullet. With a bullet in him fighting for his life. What happened?
He is in the hospital because of his jealousy and his rage. He's jealous of my relationship with God and with Brother Ryan.
Detective 2 steps in front of Sister Nadine and folds his hands as he looks at her.
Lady, from what we've been told, he has a right to have rage. I want you to stop playing games with us and tell us what happened in that house. Or your little praying partner down the hall is going to spend the night in a jail cell, and you're going to do the same.
God has not given me the spirit of fear. Don't threaten me. I told you already what happened. You should let Brother Ryan and me go. This is so embarrassing.
Your neighbor already gave us some real interesting information about you and your church member and an incident that happened a few weeks ago when your husband caught him at your house.
You care to tell us about that, Miss Simmons? That might help shine some light on this whole thing.
No, I do not. There's nothing to talk about. I already told you Kenny is jealous of my relationship with Brother Ryan.
Man, if I walked in my house and caught my wife in my bedroom kissing, if I walked in my house and caught a man in my wife's bedroom kissing on her, I might be more than jealous myself. What you say, Vincent?
I agree. I would be mad enough to beat him to sleep. And by the look of your friend's face, that's exactly what your husband was doing. We just want to know why, and we want to know who pulled that trigger.
And I want to know who told you those lies. My neighbor, Miss Wilson. Don't believe her. She's an abused woman, and she will say anything for attention.
Detective 2 slams his hand on the desk.
Stop with the games, Mrs. Simmons. Were you having an affair with your church member, and did your husband walk in on the both of you in your bedroom?
I won't answer such a disrespectful question.
Okay. You can answer them now, or you can answer them in court, because if your husband dies, you and your prayer partner will be charged with murder. Now meditate on that.
Door opens and female detective sticks her hand in through the door.
Hey, we just got word that the guy that was shot made it out of surgery. Seems he has a guardian angel. I was told that bullet missed his heart by an inch.
Thanks for letting us know, Denise.
Female detective smiles and closes the door.
Sure thing, Charlie. Figured you want to know soon as possible. And by the way, looks like she got the whole church out there in that lobby.
Detective 1 looks over to Detective 2.
Vincent, you mind going up there to the hospital and talking to her husband?
Detective 2 heads to the door.
Guess that praying worked in our favor. Now we can get some answers. Thanks, Brother Board. Let's see if you look as good in stripes as you do in that white usher uniform.
Detective walks out laughing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John, bring everything down.